What is up, everybody? Dan Rock Zero here, back again on our video. 2000 Year in Review continues with ECW's Hardcore Heaven. Now, before I even get to the show, a lot of crap has happened to ECW and the ECW World Heavyweight Championship title belts. With the whole thing with Mike Awesome going to WCW with the ECW title and then filing an injunction, they had to get a new ECW champion. So, in a historic event on some random ECW show, in a small ECW show in Indianapolis, who do they get to? They get to Taz. That's right. Here you have Mike Awesome, a WCW contracted wrestler, your ECW champion, battling Taz, a WWF contracted wrestler, in an ECW show for the ECW championship. WCW versus WWF for the ECW title. Ha! That is silly, but it's kind of cool. Taz would win the title. He would show up with the title on SmackDown to face Triple H. After this, the title would be vacated. Tommy Dreamer would win the ECW championship. It was the glorious moment of all time for. It was the best thing they could do for ECW in 2000, even though Tommy Dreamer didn't want the title. And then the title, and then just as he won it, about a minute later, Justin Credible beat him for it and became your new ECW champion. The Impact players would be at odds, and this leads to our main event. So Mike Awesome to Taz to Vacated to Tommy Dreamer to Justin Credible. And all in a matter of literally one motherfucking month. Yes, they pulled a WCW and had the belt changed hands 4 fucking times. Leads us to the main event here. Hardcore Heaven 2000. Justin Credible versus Lance Storm for the ECW Championship. Hardcore Heaven is better than Living Dangerously. With Mike Awesome now gone, more and more bad news pile up. But at least Rob Van Dam is back from his injury. We have Masato Tanaka defeating Balls Mahoney in a solid opener. The fucking chair shots they were doing in this show, in this match, was just... I don't know how Masato Tanaka could take so much battered and all these holy shit chair shots to the skull and live. He did, and this was a fucking good... It was a good opener. Solid. 6 out of 10. Little Guido defeats Simon Diamond and Mikey Wimprek in a 3-way dance. Now, ECW's version of a triple threat is a 3-way dance. For those who don't know ECW that much, it's an elimination match, basically. That's how you win. You eliminate both opponents. This match was okay, a 5 out of 10. Next up, we had Kid Cash defeating C.W. Anderson. I don't know what the deal was with C.W. Anderson. His gimmick was an Anderson. He was Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson. And just to add things more to it, he was Benoit and a few other guys. Whatever, but for whatever reason, ECW liked him. I don't know why. Kid Cash would get the victory, and this was a pretty... match. 4 out of 10. Nova and Chetty defeated the Baldies and Danny Dory and Roadkill in a triple threat tag team match. This was the weakest match of the card. This was pretty bad. Of course, New Jack would come out. After getting his head smashed by Grimes, you would think maybe he would be smart enough to retire. Of course, it's not New Jack. Out comes New Jack, and of course, he beats the shit out of the Baldies and raises hell like New Jack is. What he does best, and that is create mayhem. I give this a 2 out of 10. It was pretty... Next up, we have Tajiri defeating Steve Corino in a pretty bloody, gruesome match. Tajiri basically beat the holy shit out of him. 3 stars, 6 out of 10. Very okay match. Then we have Rhino defeating the Sandman to retain the television title. he gores the Sandman and his wife through a table. And I know ECW liked beating the crap out of women, but seeing Rhino do, not only did he gore Lori Fullington through a table, he also pile drived her off of the apron through a table onto the concrete floor. Oh God, it's unnerving and uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't. Maybe you like that, but whatever. Uncomfortable to me. He retains the television title, and this was pretty 4 out of 10. Then, of course, we had match of the night. Jerry Lynn defeating Rob Van Dam in a fucking great match. Fucking great match. There were a lot of interferences. You didn't know quite what the fuck was going on. This match is not as strong as their Hardcore Heaven match the year prior, or their Living Dangerously match prior, but still a phenomenal good match. They went through a hell of a lot of injuries. You know, Jerry Lynn was gone for a while. Rob Van Dam, of course, was gone and had to vacate the title. But still a good match. The uses of the chair and all the chair spots were so insane and creative. They were fucking great. I don't know how the hell these two guys, they had to stay up weeks. All those sleepless nights just coming up with all the ways you could use the steel chair was fucking great. The usage of the chair was just great. Just great shit. An 8 out of 10. In the main event, we have Just Incredible defeating Lance Storm in a pretty solid match for the ECW World Heavyweight title. Just Incredible would retain, and this was a pretty good match. A 7 out of 10. Tommy Dreamer would come out, cane the fuck out of Just Incredible, hits the Dreamer Driver on Francine, and that ends the show. And Hardcore Heaven is a pretty okay show. It was better than Living Dangerously. My final verdict is a 5.2 out of 10. Hopefully, not much more bad shit happens to ECW. I want to say not much more bad shit happens, but more bad stuff does happen. When I get to Heatwave 2000, more bad stuff happens. It's their debut in the West Coast, as they're in Los Angeles. However, there was this other promotion. There was this other extreme wrestling promotion. I actually forgot the name of it. I'm going to have to look it up later. That would come to the show. And they thought that they were invading their territory. So this promotion goes to this show. I think it was XPW maybe, or something like that. I forgot the promotion's name, but they would invade, and they would actually try to attack the wrestlers, but the wrestlers already left. So they attacked the ring crew, and they would basically, there was a huge brawl in the outside the Los Angeles stage that they had, and a huge fight went on. Also, Paul Heyman had to borrow a whole hell lot of money from Vince McMahon to do this show. Yes, it's so bad. Not only their show is getting invaded by this other promotion, but they have to borrow money from another promotion just to do this damn show. So ECW is just not looking good. Checks are bouncing back and forth so much. ECW, it's just not looking good for them. My final verdict on Hardcore Heaven, by the way, is a 5.2 out of 10. Catch you next time for Heatwave for ECW shows. So long. And I'll catch you next time for WCW Great American Bash. I hope I don't die. Bye.